Now that I don't have two obnoxious Nintendo representatives looming over my shoulder while I update my FB, I can tell you what I really thought of the 3DS in today's event. First of all, the 3DS is not a revolution. Yes, it does work well on some games, but the two main games, Zelda and Kid Icarus, were terrible with it. In fact, Zelda was the only game there to give me a headache. The 3DS looks nice, and yes, the depth of field on some games can be amazing, more on that later, but it isn't worth the £230 price tag at all. Now on to the event. In a word, well, an abbreviation. WTF. The first girl to greet us was really nice. I have a feeling that she was a high-up member of the Cube Gallery. She was really sorry that we had to wait in the rain, but assured us we would be through on time. And we were. Great start. I get in, and I'm met with the most airheaded blonde I have ever met. They only got worse as I met more. She was all smiley and chirpy, kept calling us Negative Nancys because we didn't want our picture taken with Ken and Rue from Street Fighter. This brings me to the next part, the events within the event. We first got to see a stupidly overdramatic IRL Street Fighter match. It was cool, but slightly embarrassing. The next part had us on our hands and knees by the overdone Chris Redfield of Resident Evil fame, for those who don't know. Claire was quite well done, though. I'd have my picture taken with her anytime. LOL. The zombies within the event were quite awesome, too. Then we got to play the 3DS. We constantly had people over our shoulder asking us questions and trying to film and photograph us. This is the main thing that pissed me off. I came here to try and convince me that I should drop £230 on a gloriously overpriced handheld, and you ended up using me as a fucking PR. I ended up selling the consoles more than I ended up playing the damn thing. The most laughable part of the event was when the girl started condescending me, as if I knew nothing about gaming, all while telling me about gems such as the AI card and Pilot Flyers 3DS. I really hate being obnoxious. It embarrasses me when I am, but I had to correct around 5 of the 3 or 4 times each representatives. They had people trying to sell me the console didn't know what they were talking about. We were ushered into another room where we were asked to watch some demos. 3 of the 12 systems had overheated and crashed, in which case they all tried to tell us as part of the demo. I laughed hard. Inside. As I was leaving the event, the camera crew were making their way towards me, and I had to leave. If I would have stayed, I couldn't have said anything good, apart from the blue one was a nice shade of blue. 3 systems had overheated, and the interface design, 3D headache, looked terrible. Kid Icarus was a little boring. Resident Evil, the Mercenaries was actually the only good game event, apart from Street Fighter IV, which was actually doing very well. I wouldn't have paid £230 just yet for a game based on end game bonus packages full RE since $9.99 though. If you're planning on buying it at launch for £230, then here's my 2 cents. Don't. If you can get it some way for around $150 to $160, though trading in another, then go for it. That's a decent price. Otherwise, this is really just a DS with 3D capabilities that works only half the time.